Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dusty. Today, I want to explain the basics of trading, how to get started, what good limiteds are to start with, how to get your Robux, and how to even get into the trade hangout. It's a fun process, it's a learning experience, and it can be really profitable if you learn how to do it correctly. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do today. One of the first things you're going to want to do is when you go into Roblox, you're going to have to buy premium. And you might be asking what premium it is. There should be a tab on mobile and on PC if you're on PC. And there is a premium tab. It used to be called Builders Pro, but now it's premium. There's a $5 one, there's a $10 one, and I think there's a $20 one. I would recommend just doing the cheapest one, or that'll allow you to be able to send and receive trades. But do keep in mind that in order to receive and send trades with the premium, the other person that you're trying to trade with has to also have premium. If not, you can't trade with them, and there'll be no option to trade with them. See, for example, if we go to someone's account like this, and you click on these three buttons on the top right, you'll see a trade items option. And if they don't have Roblox or premium, then you wouldn't see the trade items option. So this only works if the other player also has premium and you have premium. And if you're trying to trade on mobile, you're gonna have to open a Safari tab or a Google tab and open Roblox from there, because for some reason the actual app doesn't allow you to trade on it. So you're gonna have to log in on Safari or Google, and then you'll be able to find the same trade option over here, and you'll be able to click on people's usernames like this too. You can also find the trades that people send to you. If you go to this trades page, if you're on PC, it's gonna be on the left. If you're on mobile, I think it'll also be on the left. And then you can see all your inbound trades. Obviously, me, I don't have any inbound trades right now, but usually there'll be an accept, a counter, and a decline. The accept obviously just accepts the trade. The counter would let you resend the trade, but you could change some items in the trade. And then decline obviously just declines the trade. And then once you send them a trade, if you're sending someone a trade, so the inbound, there's 4 tabs in the drop down next to where it says trade on PC. There's the inbound, there's the outbound. The outbound is trades that you've sent. Maybe they haven't accepted it, countered, or declined it, so it'll just be in the outbound page. There's a completed tab. These are for all the trades that actually went through. Keep in mind these trades are old, so the values have changed. So the completed tab, all the trades that you've made. And then there's an inactive tab for all the trades that have obviously been declined. Buying your first limited could seem like a pain, especially ever since these UGC limiteds dropped. So and some of them aren't tradable. Like, let's go ahead and open this one. Tradable, no. See, that means you're gonna have to want to stay away from this one. What you're gonna want to actually do, instead of going into Roblox, what I would recommend, because you might make a mistake, everyone makes mistakes, you might accidentally buy a limited that costs, like, for example, maybe this 1,500 Robux limited, and it turns out to not even be tradable. So then that's just a waste of your Robux. A website that I personally use, I go into rollingmons.com. It'll make you log in, and it's completely safe. I use this all the time, just as long as you get the right website. I'll link it down below too. What you can do is you can go into catalog. If you go into the tab that says catalog, and then you go into Roblox limiteds, it'll show you actually all the limiteds that are actually tradable. What you're going to want to do in this tab is, depending on how much Robux you have to spend, where is it? Range filters. You're going to go into range filters, and then you're going to go into minimum best price, or maximum best price, I should say, not minimum. Let's say you have a cap of 1,000. It'll show you all the items for less than 1,000. Or if you have a specific one that you want to look up, like let's say you want to get a Shaggy, you go right here into the actual page. And then there'll be a link on the actual name, this linked thing right here. You'd go right here, you'd click it, and then it'll take you right to the page where you can get the Shaggy. And I actually really recommend, if you're starting off, to get a Shaggy unless you have more Robux to spend, because that's where I started and it's gotten me really far. And one thing you are going to want to look out for is, so when looking for your first limited, you're going to want to stay away from projected. And what are projected, you may be asking? Projected can also be seen on the actual page by this yellow projected symbol, and if you click on it, I'll show you what a projected is. A projected is a low value item that usually sells for like this, look, like 3K, and it gets sold for really high. So it got sold here for almost 50,000, and it kind of ruined the wrap on the item. Obviously, it went up drastically. So I would stay away from these and choose a safer option. And if you're unsure if an item is projected, there is also in the same tab, in the same catalog and Roblox Limited, there's also a tab where you can go into categories and search up only projecteds. And this will show you all the projecteds, just in case you're ever on the fence about a certain item. You can go in here and there's a whole bunch of pages where it just shows all the projecteds that they have. So if anyone ever wants to trade with you and they have a projected, myself personally, I wouldn't even take the trade. I wouldn't even bother, because usually they're gonna ask for something crazy. And you also don't need a lot of Robux to start trading. What I started with was obviously a Shaggy, but that's just because I already had it. I got it when it was cheap, and as long as it's tradable, you really don't need anything. It might be a little bit harder if you start off with something like an egg, because people tend to stay away from those. But if you get lucky, people could downgrade you, and then you can upgrade back into a better egg. And yeah, but I would recommend a Shaggy, something along the 1000 Robux line. Those will usually get you a better start. I would also recommend staying away from places like Trade Hangout, seeing as the game has died over the past couple years, losing a lot of its player base, and unless you want to be sitting in here for hours, most of the people are AFK and you won't find a trade. So what I do recommend is, instead of Trade Hangout, you go into places like robloxtrading, which is really easy to get trades. You go into trading up at the top. You are gonna have to log in, and it'll give you a code that you put into your description on Roblox in your profile, and then you press login and it'll log you in. But you could either go to your icon and then create trade ad, or you can go to trading and create trade ad. It's the same thing. You put in whatever items you want to put in, like for example, I'll put in these, and then you can go select any depending on what you want. You can go downgrade, upgrade, but for example, I'll put upgrade on mine, any upgrade, and create. And then it'll take you to the page, and you'll see also it'll go by the most recent trade ads created. There's also a different website, the one that I was on earlier, rollymons.com. This one is a little bit more outdated than the other one, because I don't think you can message people on this, but it's the same concept. You can go to your profile right here and put create trade ad, and then you put in whatever you want to trade. Like I'll do the same thing I did last time, and then I'll go into downgrade, or I'll go into upgrade and any. You submit it, it'll take you to the trade page where you'll see everyone else's trades that have been put in here recently. Learning the basics of trading isn't really hard, because it mostly consists of upgrading and downgrading. And upgrading is, you have, let's say, 3 limiteds that you want to upgrade into one bigger limited, and then once you get that bigger limited, you can go ahead and try to downgrade it for a bigger profit, which is the most popular way to do it, and that's the way that's gotten me to like over 160,000 value, which I did lose most of it. Now I'm at to 130,000. That's because of one bad trade that I did, which was a mistake on mine. I knew it was bad, but I took it anyway. But that's besides the point. Another important aspect of trading, besides upgrading, downgrading, that will help you when trading, is to know the difference between value and wrap. Wrap is the value that Roblox gives an item, its recent average price, but that isn't always accurate. It could easily be manipulated. People can buy one item, they could sell it to an alt account for 1 Robux, and that's how some projecteds get made. And value is what we give an item. It's how much we're willing to trade for it. Based off what we're willing to trade for it, it gives that item a value. So it's kind of like real life. How much we're willing to pay for something gives that item value. Oh yeah, and one thing I didn't mention that I should have mentioned before is that there's plenty of other Discord groups that you could join. There's 3 that I know that I'll make sure to link in the description that have helped me a lot, especially when I was first starting off trading. So basically, in the Discord groups, there's a channel in each one that is called Trading Help, I believe. And in there, basically, all they do is just help you make the best decisions when you're gonna trade. The people in those trading groups answer almost instantly, but those are really all the beginner tips I have for now. If I ever find a different method to make more value faster, then I'll make sure to definitely make another update video. And I'm definitely going to plan on making a starting from zero video, or starting from nothing to something. So I'll make an alt account, start with a Shaggy, and see how far I can get in about a month. So stay tuned for that. And again, thank you guys all for the support, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.